Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see all of you all here. This meeting is called to order at 1 p.m. There we go. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Mayor Williams.
I'm here.
Mayor Pro Tem Caballero.
Here.
Councilmember Baker.
Here.
Councilmember Burris.
Here.
Councilmember Cook.
Here.
Councilmember Kopak.
Here.
And Councilmember Rist received an excused absence on April 9th.
Thank you so much. All right. Any announcements by council? Mayor Pro Tem.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you all here. I need an excused absence on Thursday, May 7th. I got to go move a kid out of a dorm room. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you.
All right. We can just do it right now. I'll entertain a motion to provide an excused absence for Mayor Pro Tem on May 7th.
Second.
To move the properly seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right.
In the spirit of excused absence, we request excused absence for May the 7th as well. I will be in City Vision in Raleigh.
Oh, crap.
I signed up before you did.
I'm actually speaking at City Vision.
I don't remember that. I just remember for today. I remember him asking for today.
Well, he is, he did tell me he was not going to be able to be at City Vision because he wasn't going to be out of town. So what I'll do is I'll entertain motions, and if we do not meet quorum, then we'll need to, what's today's date? Oh, that is the next meeting. Okay. I can't do that day at all, and I don't think you will be able to either, nor Rist. So, yeah. Okay. We may need to talk about the May 7th meeting. But let me,
Would you
are
do
you,
excused absences, and then we'll,
yeah.
yeah, you'll still have them.
I'll make the motion for Councilmember Burris's excused absence.
Thank you. All right, it's been moved and properly seconded to provide an excused absence for Councilmember Burris. Aye. Aye. All opposed? All right. Are you here on May 7th? Okay. Colleagues, I'll need an excused absence for May 7th.
So moved.
You're looking at me like that. I moved it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay,
All right. I will confirm with Councilmember Rist to see, we may need to talk about that date.
I will be present for the 7th, but do you need an excused absence for May 4th,
Oh, it's at the Monday night
the
meeting.
Monday night meeting?
Okay, Monday night, yeah.
Yes.
So moved? I can't
Talk, sorry.
I will know by the end of this meeting if I'm requesting, you said May 2nd? No, May 4th? I think I'm here for May 4th. Okay. All right. All right, Madam Clerk, we're going to be having a conversation really soon. Madam Assistant City Manager, you and Mary Grace, we're going to be having a conversation soon. We may need to look at the May 7th meeting, and I may request from you guys a special meeting where we will all be here. That's a significant amount, not present. Yeah, may need to do a different date, but there are a lot of moving parts we would need to address on that. All right, because I don't think I can be here May 4th either. We'll see. I'll know by the end of the meeting. All right, any other announcements? Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon to everybody who's here with us today. Just 3 items that I want to talk about real quick. The first is that I have a resolution on the agenda today that's going to go to our next Monday night meeting. That is around the Endangered Species Act. There are similar resolutions that are going to towns and cities across the state. It's being spearheaded by the mayor of Boone, Dalton George, and he's just looking to build some momentum around that issue. The second topic that I want to talk about is the moratorium. I'm just going to address it in comments right now because it has become a public hearing item for Monday, and it is not customary for us to address public hearing items during the work session. So I'm going to address it now. I think some folks have signed up to speak, and so we're going to move those to general comment, the general comment time period. So not speaking on the item specifically. This is about being conservative, proactive on a rapidly changing and evolving issue before it becomes a problem here in our city. We're just trying to take a cool, calm, collected approach to this issue. There are a number of other moratoriums that have passed across the state. I think that Durham is not the only city that, the only major city in North Carolina that is moving forward with this, but we are the first major city in North Carolina that's moving forward with this. And again, it's about addressing an issue. It's about giving ourselves some time to study the issue and look at best practices and put in place appropriate regulations to address hyperscale data centers, which we know has, there have been a number of guinea pigs around the country that have shown with a growing body of evidence that they have a number of detrimental impacts. And so we just need to be cautious about that. So that is the purpose of that item. Third is, and Mr. Mayor, I apologize that I did not reach out to you about this, but I am looking to put another resolution on a future work session, ideally the next one. Councilmember Caballero, we'll talk about this in just a second. A resolution recognizing the Ashton Seniors in Action and Willard Street United tenant unions who recently were formed and then also have been recognized by the landlord. And so lifting that up, celebrating it, and affirming the importance of democratizing workplaces, but also democratizing housing. So I'm looking to put a resolution on and can share language soon with everyone.
Okay. What?
Like a thumbs up on a future agenda sometime?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I
Councilmember
just,
Caballero, I know that you had a question, and so I just wanted to.
My preference is that we don't take it up, considering many of us aren't actually going to be here at the next work session. And then just reminding folks that our procedures were updated about a year ago and to please follow them. There was, I think, 3 rounds of conversations and comments on those procedures. Obviously, we have some new council members. So that would be also my request of colleagues. Thank you.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'd like a heads up.
Yeah, I know. Subsequent work session, and then I can sit down and speak with you directly.
Not that I won't support it. I'm definitely interested in it, but I just want to be consistent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I just want to say I'm excited about the resolutions being brought forth by my colleagues today. The Child Wealth Building Resolution from Councilmember Rist and the Endangered Species Day and Data Center Moratorium from Councilmember Baker. So look forward to hearing those and supporting them. I also just want to acknowledge on our agenda briefly today, our Chief Patrice Andrews. We did not have a chance to overlap for long, but we have been fortunate to have your leadership in Durham. You built a culture and a team that in my short time I found to be responsive, transparent, and collaborative. We literally would not have heart in this city if it weren't for your willingness to partner and put community benefit over any need to have everything run through you all the time. And so I'm really grateful for that approach that you brought, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So excited to see you all here on this beautiful Thursday. Hopefully we won't be here before the sun sets, but I'm not going to jinx us. Just want to associate the comments of my colleagues, Councilmember Kopach to Chief Andrews. Yesterday, I had my first ride-along with DPD in my ward, and so I'm immensely grateful for your officers and to get to see all the hard work, the intentionality that goes into some of the operations that you all do. Just thinking about I saw some interesting things yesterday very much, and it's kind of interesting to see some of the things that have emerged outside of that. But I just know that the culture there, and I can trust that your leadership has created a culture for our community where you have officers who actually are doing some form of community policing and know the names of the people they engage with, also have returned dignity and humanity to those people. So I appreciate you for your work, and also congratulations to you, and welcome to the D9. I saw the video, so I'm super proud. But thank you so much for all you do, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Did you have any other remarks? Anyone else?
Since this is one of the last times we will see Chief Edwards in this role, and I definitely hope to hear about umbrella drinks and beaches in your future, I just want to say what a privilege and honor it's been to work with you over these many years at this point. I remember I had some anticipation when you were hired. I'm just going to say it. I was part of a group of many who got arrested while you were the police chief in Morrisville. And so I had that experience, which was a very hard experience for me. And so when your hire was announced, I remember feeling a little bit anxious. And I will say that your leadership has completely blown me away. You have been an extremely diligent and thoughtful and caring community partner. When I think about the work specifically that you've done with immigrants and Latinos in this city to build trust, it is deeply felt. So much respect, and I hope you have a glorious retirement ahead of you. You have earned it. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you for all the comments. Thank you for more paper, Madam Clerk. All right, and yes, Chief, love you dearly. Thank you for your work. Thank you. And I know you didn't want the big hoopla, hurrah, and all that stuff, but at the State of the City, I did call you out because I'm truly appreciative of the leadership that you've established in this community. You have totally changed the culture of policing, to be more collaborative and in an entire inventory of options. And Durham is leading the way on that because of your partnership. And just really grateful for that. And I'm looking forward to you, whatever you plan to do outside of this, let your hair down and speak a little louder on things, and look forward to that. On Monday night, we had a very long meeting. We adjourned at 2:20 a.m. I think that's the second longest meeting I've ever had on council. I think we hit 3 a.m. one time under Mayor O'Neill with the budget stuff. But the next day was the State of the City, and I just want to thank everyone who was able to attend, those who chimed in online, and everyone who played a part. I really want to shout out my team, my staff, Kamala Smith and Emmanuel Ago. You guys put on a show. You worked really hard behind the scenes, just going through all the talking points and trying to touch on so many things, put in so much data. And when we finally finished up and Emmanuel said, Mayor, we produced a 79-page speech right before the State of the City starts, I throw the whole speech out the window and just wing it. But thank you for all of the effort. It was a great program, and I enjoyed seeing everyone there. And while celebrating, the wins of the city, we've had some challenges. We've had challenges, and part of the wins are also part of the effort that we're trying to incorporate to overcome those challenges. But I will say, as we are trying our best to address these challenges, I don't have any patience for the performative outrage. And anyone that's serving in this community publicly in an elected office, you can say what you want to say to us. You can yell and scream at your elected officials. but our families are off limits. And that's not me as mayor. The moment you touch my family or anyone else's family that's serving publicly, you have crossed the line. And I'm only going to say that once. Now, in a moment, we're going to address some other challenges that are going on in the city. I've been tagged enough on social media, and I've heard, all of the things that are happening, and I will ask the manager to address that a little later and provide the facts. But I totally believe in the staff in this city, the capabilities of the professionals in our city, and our communications department will communicate. We have public information available, but the news of the city and the operations of the city is not factually found on social media posts. So, we as elected officials also have to communicate to the public, and we'll do that. And I implore everyone to please pay close attention to, the information that we put out. And we'll talk about those things in regards of how we're, handling the homeless situations and what is a homeless encampment and what's not, and how we're dealing with crime and, what is or what's not. So we'll address that a little later as well. But thank you all for who's all participating and working hard to make the city safer. And shout out to the Boys and Girls Club. They had their annual fundraising breakfast this morning. Mayor Pro Tem was there with us this morning, and they just did a phenomenal job at bringing folks together. All right? Yes. In regards to priority items, I'm going to start with the manager, but he has a ceremonial item first. As she looks at him like, I told you not to do this.
Well, now that all of you have, I would normally fuss about having my thunder stolen, but I'm actually really delighted and pleased that council members were able to offer some sentiments for Chief Andrews. I asked formally today to be able to make a few comments. As the mayor alluded, Chief Andrews requested no big party, no big retirement celebration, so she is here against her will. But on the occasion of her retirement, did want to offer a few remarks, so bear with me. Patrice Andrews' retirement marks the end of a career council defined by high-level professionalism and a deep commitment to ethical leadership. Over the last 30 years, she's been a steady hand for Durham, leaning into the mission of molding the Durham Police Department to serve the values of our vibrant and inclusive community. Patrice has consistently shown that true leadership is rooted in integrity and compassion. Throughout her tenure, she's been recognized for making tough, necessary calls while holding the entire agency to the highest professional standards. Rather than leading from a distance, Patrice sets an example by her involvement in the work of her department. She's the kind of leader who truly leads from the front, often working right alongside frontline officers during operations and on patrol. That commitment to her team really shows in how she has prioritized morale in the department. She's made herself accessible to her officers and to all of us in city leadership 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and took the time for one-on-one engagement across the department that hasn't always been the norm in our department or in their profession. She institutionalized this transparency by starting listening sessions across all leadership levels in the department, and importantly with non-sworn personnel as well, to make sure every voice in the department was heard and was a part of the decisions that go into leading the department. Her path from a patrol officer in Durham in 1997 to our chief of police is a testament to her constant pursuit of excellence. After proving her leadership as the chief of police in Morrisville, she came back home to Durham in 2021 to lead our agency. She's a cum laude graduate of North Carolina Central University, go Eagles, and a graduate of the FBI National Academy and the West Point Leadership Academy. Under her guidance, the department has made real progress on multiple fronts, ensuring that we remain an accredited, progressive, and trusted law enforcement partner for the community we serve. Patrice's leadership has been instrumental in bridging the gap between law enforcement and many of our residents by supporting initiatives like the HEART program and making herself accessible to all communities and advocacy groups across Durham. She's fostered an environment of mutual trust. As she prepares to retire on May 1st, we are profoundly grateful for her 25 years of dedicated service to Durham and 30 years of law enforcement. She leaves behind a department that is more diverse and more professional because of her vision. We wish her nothing but the best as she moves into this next chapter. Chief Andrews, it has been my privilege to be a coworker of yours and a partner and to work with you. You have provided tremendous leadership in what I think really is one of the hardest jobs in city government, if not the hardest job in city government. Durham deserves a chief of your character, but Durham makes it very hard on their chiefs. And so I just want, on behalf of the staff and on behalf of the council and the community, I want to thank you for your service and your leadership, and we wish you a very, very rewarding retirement. Thank you. If you would like to offer a few minutes, but you don't.
I swear, if y'all tell anybody I'm up here crying, we're all gonna have problems with everybody in this room. So there was never a question for me returning back to Durham. It's for me, it's returning back to home, returning back to places that I've known for years. It's returning back to memories. It's returning back to people. I came into this profession not being very familiar with the work, never having experienced law enforcement. I just simply needed to survive for myself and my daughter. And what I found out is that ultimately your steps have always been ordered. Your path has always been predestined. And when things are for you, they will always be for you. And so I am incredibly grateful and thankful to have walked this road with all of you here, with my staff, both sworn and non-sworn. I'm thankful for the grace that you have given to me and to my staff as we navigate some of the really hard issues in Durham, but also to the team of people that I work with that, like Brian Smith, he will forever be stuck with me, and I've told him that, and his incredible team. And I embrace and don't regret the tough conversations. I don't regret the moments where, we didn't know what was going to happen at the end of that tunnel, because all of those were opportunities for us to be able to hear each other and see each other and give each other the space to learn, to agree to disagree, but ultimately to become one Durham. And so I am transitioning into going back into mom. So my kids have already started making sure I've got doctor's appointments and all of the things, and they're saying that it's hard to parent a parent, but I'm looking forward to that next chapter in my life. I will still be here in more of a private capacity, but I love Durham and I'm incredibly thankful. I want to thank my officers, my staff at Durham Police Department for allowing me to serve you, for allowing me and trusting in me to represent you. I want to thank my leadership team for working with me, for filling in the gaps where I may, one thing about being in leadership role, you have to be comfortable with saying, I don't know that, but I do know people that do. And so I'm very thankful and fortunate to have had them to fill in that gap for me. And so to you all, I will say, continue doing the work. I know it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But you all were meant to be in the places and the spaces that you're in, no matter how tough it might get. And so I thank you for that. And this is not goodbye. This is see y'all later. So thank you. Thank you.
And Mayor, before they sneak
Chief
out, I do want to quickly acknowledge and thank our soon-to-be interim chief, Walter Tate, who is here. I want to commend him for taking on this important responsibility. We are extremely lucky to have someone of his caliber ready to move into the shoes. And so I know we'll be in good hands as we complete our search for Durham's next chief of police. Thank you, Mayor.
Another Durhamite. Thank you. And Eagle. Thank you all so much. Yeah. Now we'll formally move to the manager's priority items.
Thank you, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. I do have a number of priority items for your consideration this evening. First on the agenda, given a couple of pending price increases, we are asking to suspend the rules and vote today on agenda item number 6 and agenda item number 7. These are some vehicle purchases on North Carolina state contract. For agenda item number 26, a supplemental item was added. That's the approval of the draft FY 26-27 annual action plan. And then I do have actually 2 brief acknowledgements. First, I'd like to ask Richard Barbie to stand. Mr. Barbie began this week as our new Director of Technology Solutions. We are, yes, we can. Yeah. We are extremely excited to welcome Richard to this very critical role for the city. Richard comes to us from Durham Tech, where he led information technology for that critical partner, and we are really excited to have him take the helm of our really successful and very critical technology work here in the city. I will note that I find it of interest that Mr. Barbie is of the Barbie family, of which the Barbie Road in Durham is named. And so he is of Durham and for Durham. He came into his first interview and put his Duke hat on the table, and I told him that didn't necessarily play with all of us, but it played with some of us. But nonetheless, he wowed us with his professionalism, but also his commitment to this community. So, Richard, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for coming, and we're really excited to have your leadership. Adjacent to that, I know Marcia Richardson is in the audience today. Marcia had been with the city about a month as our Assistant Technology Services Director when we asked her to move into the role of Interim Director. And Marcia has led the department in a time of tremendous workload in the department as we have worked to implement our ERP program. Marcia has done a fabulous job. We are so fortunate to have her in our organization. Look forward to her continued leadership within the organization and want to thank you formally for your service in that role. And finally, I added a quick report to the agenda this morning, this afternoon. I'd like to ask Don Greeley to come up. I know most of us know that we've been in a drought since August of 2025, but as of recently, it's gotten a lot more public attention, especially as some of our partner neighboring utilities have implemented some water restrictions. We thought there might be some curiosity on the part of the public and the council as to our current condition and stance. And so I've asked Director Greeley to come provide some brief comments on our status as it pertains to the drought. Thank you, Don.
Great, thank you. Mayor Pro Tem, members of council, Don Greeley, Water Management. As the city manager mentioned, the drought across North Carolina is continuing on. The North Carolina Drought Management Advisory Council this week stated that 47 counties across North Carolina are in extreme drought conditions. Durham County moved into that category this week, unfortunately. There are 47 counties that are in severe drought and 6 are in moderate drought. So the long-term prognosis nationally is the rain is coming, but based on what's happened the last time they predicted rain, I'll believe it when I see it, but we remain cautiously optimistic. Currently, Durham, we are 84% full in our lakes. that's a little lower for this time of year. But we are continuing to monitor where we stand as a city. Our hydraulic model is run weekly and has not determined that we need to trigger our restrictions anytime in the near future. That model is based on, over 100 years of hydrologic data and streamflow data that we have. If we were to move in that direction, of course, we can access our Jordan Lake allocation through the town of Cary and certainly through Owasso as well. As far as regional cooperation, last week we met with Raleigh, Cary, Owasso, and Holly Springs on a joint call. Heard a little bit about why Raleigh pulled their trigger. If you didn't know, that Raleigh has monthly triggers for their water supply. And for April, their trigger is if Falls Lake is less than 85%, and they were at 83%. And they talked about maybe not going to stage 1, but with the forecast the way it was, they felt obligated to move. As well, Fuquay, Varina pulled the trigger earlier this week as well. For Cary, Owasso, and Holly Springs and Durham, all of us were all in good shape and don't see moving into restrictions, but we are talking jointly and we'll be getting together also within the next few weeks to circle back to see if we need to do some joint messaging and outreach and whether we need to move ourselves into stage 1 just to be cooperative with the other regions. We have increased our outward-facing drought messaging towards our residents and our community. We want to encourage all of our customers to value water and use it wisely. Our core messaging reinforces our year-round watering schedule, our odd even days for watering, finding and fixing all leaks, replacing inefficient fixtures, toilet aerators, shower heads, etc., with WaterSense labeled models, running dishwashers and washing machines with full loads only, turn off the water while brushing your teeth, especially tell your kids. Make sure that if you do use sprinklers, water the lawns and landscaping, not the sidewalks and pavement. And we also want to encourage residents from planting drought-tolerant and native trees and plants if they're this time of year. There's a lot of green thumbs out there, so we want to encourage all of our residents to pick drought-tolerant plants. But just to reiterate, we're continuing to push out our messaging, continue to work with our regional partners about messaging within the region, continuing to assess where we are, but we are in good shape right now, but we'll continue to monitor going forward. And with that, I'll just open it up for any questions.
Well, just a quick question, and I'm thinking about that the last time you were here, we were talking about some of our partners and their decision to not necessarily, I think it was the Jordan Lake. This is like something that's going to be 20 years down the road.
Correct.
But the reason why I was really concerned about their partnership and being a regionalist is for things like this,
Right.
When we need to work collaboratively. However, I know we're talking about the future. Does the Hall River and the folks that are pulling from that, are they in worse shape than we are right now, or?
Currently, Jordan Lake is in very good shape.
Okay.
Right now, it would not surprise me to see utilities over the next few weeks, if we do not get rain, of different utilities going into stage 1,
Okay.
as we see. But for now, in the region right now, as I said, in speaking to the other utility partners in the area, it looks like just Fuquay and Raleigh in the near future. And they've already pulled their trigger, so.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Greeley. Appreciate the update. And Mayor and Council, those are all my priority items.
Thank you. Madam Attorney?
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, and members of the council. The City Attorney's Office has no priority items today.
Madam Clerk?
Good afternoon, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and City Council members. I don't have a report today, but I did want to let you know at the next work session, or maybe we'll have to postpone it another 2 weeks, but you will have a very heavy board and committee report. So there will be 10+ ballots. So I know, it's our busy season right now, and I did want to give you that heads up.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, at this time, I'll read the consent agenda. All All right, item number 1, development review performance audit, March 2026. Number 2, children's wealth building resolution. This was put on by Councilmember Riss, but we are working very closely together. So if there are any questions about it, I could definitely talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull it. Number 3, endangered species resolution.
I want to pull that one too for the same reason I want to pull number 2.
Number 5, opioid settlement update and spending authorization. Number 6, we've pulled. And number 7, we've pulled, we're going to suspend the rules on those. Number 8, Durham Armory HVAC upgrades, design, build, contract with Brady Train Service Incorporated. Number 9, Keep Durham Beautiful 2025 annual report. Number 10, second amendment to contract with International Business Machines Corporation for next generation ERP implementation. Number 11, supplemental agreement number 2 to governing agreement number 21551 with WSP USA Incorporated for Central Durham Bus Rapid Transit Design, 30%, and National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA study. Number 12, extension of street impact fee credits to Creekwood Highway 70 Alexander LLC. 12. Number 13, construction contract for signalized pedestrian upgrades at 13 locations with traffic control devices, LLC.
I'd like to pull that one and the next 3. Well, that one and the next 2.
Number 14, Go Durham fiscal year annual report. Number 15, fiscal year 26 for water and sewer funds budget ordinance amendment. That one as well, right? 15. Number 16, amendment number 5 to professional engineering services contract number 14605 with Hazen and Sawyer PC for the Lake Mickey and Little River Raw water pump stations improvements. Number 17, professional services contract with the Wooten Company for the Duke Golf Course aerial rehabilitation and Lick Basin sewer assessments project. Number 18, professional services contract award with McKim and Creed Incorporated for the Southeast Pressure Zone Pump Station upgrade. To come, number 4, ordinance imposing a temporary moratorium on development approvals for data centers, cryptocurrency mining, and related high-impact data processing facilities within the city of Durham. I did have speakers for that one. I'm going to move those to general comment because it will be a public hearing. Number 19, substantial amendment to the home ARP allocation plan. Number 20, public hearing and economic development incentive agreement with AMAC Properties Incorporated. Number 21, public hearing and economic development incentive agreement with Coco Fro LLC. Number 22, consolidated annexation enclave at Little Creek. Number 23, consolidated annexation 1735 Fletcher's Chapel Road. Number 24, consolidated annexation experience reality Glen West. Number 25, consolidated annexation 1418 South Miami. Number 26, housing and neighborhood services improvements. Number 26, approval of the draft fiscal year 2026-2027 annual action plan, AAP, and recommended funding plan. Mr. Manager, you had said something about that.
Just, it was added as a supplemental.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, that's our consent agenda with the exception of 2, 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6, and 7.
Mr. Mayor, if there are no other questions from colleagues, since it's a number of items pulled, I can pass on number 12. Staff did answer my questions.
All right, so that's the consent agenda with the exception of 6, 7, 2, 3, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 26. No, 26 is not pulled, it's just an additional item. All right. Entertain a motion. No, I'm not, no, that's the general meeting, sorry. All right, and I have my public comment here. Move that back up just a second. We'll do public comment and then I'll come back and do the pull the suspended for 6 and 7. All right.
Mr. Mayor, are you doing remote public comment first?
Yeah. In person. Okay, got it.
This person signed up before, but I think you said you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna move those up
to
too.
public comment, so public comment, public comment.
Is this striked out?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not speaking. Okay. All right, so we are at public comment now. The first person I have is Lyndon James. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, Lyndon James and Cassandra Rowe were going to be speaking today, but they're instead speaking at the public hearing.
Okay,
On the
sounds
floor.
good. All right. Let's see, 13, 16.
Trina.
Oh, this is public comment. Okay. Okay, got it. All right, Trina Himes. Can you hear me? Do you see them in there?
She's here.
Trina Himes, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, excellent. Good afternoon, Council. My name is Trina Himes. I'm representing the Grove Park Homeowners Association and the Grounds Committee. We're currently facing a dual threat to our $1.1 million lake restoration and the Little Lit Creek Basin. Our community right now is being sandwiched really between two major developments: the active clearing at Sharon Road and Highway 98, case Z2300014, and the pending 5502 Wake Forest Highway Project cases BDG 240009 and Z240016. Regarding the 5502 Wake Forest Highway site, we're at a critical window. Right now it sits in technical review, and we are formally requesting that the City Council, the Planning and Stormwater Departments mandate the following. The first is that this 750-foot topographical ridge, which is called the red zone barrier, we're asking that it be designated a non-disturbance area in the final engineering drawings. Second, we're asking that the developer physically stake this ridge with a licensed surveyor prior to permit issuance. And thirdly, we're asking that the staff verify these stakes during the pre-construction meeting to ensure the natural elevation of this watershed divide is never lowered. Simultaneously, the active clearing of the Sharon Road apartment site is already increasing the sediment load in the creek that feeds our lake. We're asking the city to look at the cumulative impact of these two projects. When multiple projects are disturbed at once in the Falls Jordan district, the silt fences often fail. We can't afford for our lake to become a settlement basin to two massive construction projects at this time. So we're asking for engineering accountability to ensure that the technical permits for 5502 site include the physical ridge protection that we've outlined today, and that the inspection frequency is increased for both sites to protect Little Lit Creek watershed. And you see the map that I've attached as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And I just want to make sure those comments are recorded for staff and we can make sure we address it. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Himes. All right, next up is Ms. Jacqueline Wagstaff.
Yes. Can you
Welcome,
hear
you
me?
have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon. First, I just want to thank the chief for her service to Durham. I know she's left the room, but just wanted to congratulate her on her retirement and also joining the Divine Nine since she's not in the room. But my real concern today is to speak on several things that have brought concerns to myself and other members of the community that I've spoken with. And one question I have is on the resolution that Mr. Riss has proposed on the Children's Wealth Building resolution. I'm concerned I just want to know if this resolution, and if there's anything that's going to be movement on it, does it have anything to do with the job that I don't know if he currently still is employed by this organization that operates out of DC, and they've done this program in DC, and if so, is this the same organizations that's going to have something to do with this once this resolution is passed? So that's one question. And I also like to thank Council Member Nate Baker for proposing the data center moratorium. And I'm so happy because we had just talked about that in the community, because I'm looking at all of the counties around us that have already proposed and actually enacted moratoriums on data centers. And we know data centers are not contributors of good faith in our communities. But the unfortunate part about this is I'm hoping that this body will be unanimous on this moratorium. I don't believe that's going to happen, because I believe there are 4 members of this council that are so pro-development, they would see this as another opportunity, as you say, about this development. It creates affordable housing. So I guess this data center will create jobs. So I'm very leery about how this will turn out on Monday. But I'm also concerned about our unsheltered residents of Durham and the treatment of our unsheltered residents. I've yet to see a comment or a statement put out about what happened recently, a week ago, in Oak Park. The parks are public parks, meaning the access to those parks are for everybody, even our unhoused. We may not like the way it looks, and I see it every day when I go on Fayetteville Street. The unhoused, they're sheltered 50 feet away from the school, the front door of the school. And nobody says anything about that. But the minute that we have someone come down there with $100,000 or $500,000 home and complain, then we get action on it. So it's problematic on how I'm seeing our unhoused population being viewed and treated in this community. And I was listening to the mayor talking about don't believe what you're hearing on social media. And, it strangely, eerily makes me feel like there's some information that I'm hearing from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It sounds like that rhetoric. Don't believe your eyes, even though people are watching it, but believe what I say.
Thank you, Ms. Wagstaff.
Thank you.
Those are my online speakers. The next I have are in person, starting with Leslie St. Dre.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for hearing this. Just for the record, public comment for item number 4, this resolution was on your website as an item people could sign up to speak to. I'm Leslie St. Dre. I am here as a Durham resident. I'm with Community Land and Power, and I'm also part of the Stop Data Centers in Durham Coalition. We have a petition here that has so far been signed by 735 people. 12 community groups and orgs are co-sponsoring this. Together, we are demanding that Durham passes the strongest and longest moratorium possible. The petition says 32 months. We ask that you even think about that. That's what's held up in courts before for development moratoriums. So we want the strongest and longest that we can possibly get, because we know information on this is coming out every week. The newest report was that hyperscale data centers can raise the temperatures for miles around them up to 16 degrees. So as we're looking to address our climate and environmental crisis, the last thing we should do would be to allow data centers anywhere in the state. So we do want this to be a step in looking towards permanent protections in Durham, in our surrounding counties, and statewide. So we do ask that you work across cities, as we are doing. We are working with folks that are fighting these in every city through a statewide network that North Carolina Environmental Justice Network has built, and Apex just passed their moratorium, and they also just defeated a data center that was going to steal water out of Jordan Lake. So I do think the context of the presentation that we heard on the drought conditions should just be a signal that we just can never have these. We know droughts are going to get worse. We know it's going to get hotter. We know our climate catastrophes are going to get more severe. So this technology that they're running inside them that is is also, we can't decouple the infrastructure that is dangerous. It pollutes our air, our water, our soil. It creates huge public health problems of increasing cancer and asthma. The list really goes on. That I can't see anything good about these that is good for the people here. And we know AI, we know this is addressing the infrastructure, but we really want to push y'all to continue to think about what is running within these data centers that is also ruining our lives. It's stealing millions of jobs. It's increasing surveillance and policing of people, especially the most vulnerable. It's keeping vulnerable tenants and unhoused tenants out of assistance, right? It's through our coordinated entry.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you. So I'm going to submit this to the clerk, and we will
Thank you.
email all of you.
Next, I have Mr. Dale Freeman. And Mr. Chavis, you're going to be right after Dale Freeman. You can start. Come on up. Oh, well, no, you come. Hey, Dale, hold on. Mr. Chavis, you come on up. Yeah, I had you down, but I thought you were around the corner, so I was going to give you time to come over. Welcome.
Good afternoon to all. You know, Durham has been a beautiful place to live in. This has been my home. I know Durham up and down, but I know some sorry Democrats has helped ruin Durham. We're putting it all on the Republicans, but we're not looking at the Durham Democrats here in Durham, North Carolina, that's ruining Durham. As you already heard, I got more calls about Oakwood and Holloway Park than law allow because it's in our district. Now, who's gonna be held accountable? Mayor and city council, who's gonna be held accountable for that? It's time for this inner crime to stop, and people that should have not let it happen from the very beginning be held accountable. Those people are human too. Yes, they're less fortunate than some of you, but they're still human. So why are we not treating them like human beings? You got what? Hard Team. Why Hard Team hasn't been out there helping these people? Where is our taxpayer money going? So y'all need to wake up and see the need for Durham, the less fortunate. Right now, I'm trying to have a program over in our community for the less fortunate. We had it last year. I'm catching hell right now that I can't have it because rules has been changed but has not been brought to the community. This is unfair. So please, take in consideration of how y'all voting for stuff and who y'all really gonna hold accountable. Because 3 people should be held accountable for that. Your city manager, who's no longer a city manager of me, you know who he is? He's trying to be like Trump. And what we say Trump wants to be? A dictator. He has changed the city all the way around. But how many people in these city departments has came out in the community and explained to us about the changes? We only find about the changes when it happened. No one can tell us. I asked 3 of the people, that's not my job. I don't know nothing about it. I haven't looked. I asked them. So don't say and sit here and try to say y'all Democrats are the best for Durham, because it's making us look like y'all making Durham the worst for Durham.
Thank you for your comments. Next, I have Dale Freeman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, council members, and fellow Durham residents. My name is Dale Freeman. I serve as the chairman of the Black Liberation Action Committee. Our organization is dedicated to the advancement of Durham's African American citizens through the intentional application of political power and economic strategy. I'm here today because I, along with a significant number of concerned residents, formally request that this council and the county commissioners draft and adopt a joint resolution supporting the UN General Assembly March 25th resolution, which recognizes slavery as the gravest crime against humanity. I'm here in person because previous digital outreach went unanswered, and this issue is too critical to go ignored. We are here to bring this conversation directly to the dais. The legacy of slavery is not a distant, abstract concept. It is a live issue documented in the current reality of our city. We see this in the stark racial wealth gap. While the median income for white households in Durham is approximately $102,000, it sits roughly $60,000 for black households. Furthermore, black ownership in our city lags behind white ownership by 28 percentage points. These disparities are not coincidental. They are a downstream result of past policy decisions, including the actions of the now defunct Durham Redevelopment Commission and HUD, which systematically displaced thousands of black families. The crisis we face today, from homelessness to cycles of community violence, are rooted in these historical denials of opportunity. When a population is confined and deprived of the stability guaranteed to other citizens, we see predictable negative outcomes. I have submitted a petition, with nearly 200 signatures from residents who support this initiative. We are asking you to take the following steps: draft a formal resolution, endorse the UN General Assembly recognition of the transatlantic slave trade as the greatest crime against humanity, publicly address the federal stance, state that the city of Durham stands in opposition to the federal government's refusal to acknowledge this truth, acknowledge local impact, formally recognize that our current local inequalities are the direct legacy of these historical practices, and also commit to restorative justice, move beyond symbolic gestures by establishing a concrete, actionable framework for reparations, investing directly in black-owned land, housing, and business to compensate for generations of state-sanctioned inequality. We look forward to your support on this resolution. If for any reason you believe this action is not possible, we respectfully request a clear public explanation as to why. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Freeman, I just pulled that up, and I am sorry I did miss that email, but I will be looking into it. Thank you. Next, I have Jana Sims. If you could pronounce that for me, I know I butchered it.
No, it's Jana. My
Jana,
parents blessed me with a complicated name. Hi, I'm Jana Sims, and I'm here to speak on the item around the data center moratorium. I just wanted to just say and lift up, I think it's kind of been said, but we're presented with an opportunity to make wise decisions. There are plenty of things that I would promote and say, let's be an early adopter of. You know, I think programs like the HEART program, I'm pretty new here, 2 years I've only been here, but I would have been behind something like that and said, let's be an early adopter of that. Let's work out the kinks as we go along, right? I hear the concerns that are happening right now around that. That's a great example of like, let's work out those kinks. But a data center, that's something that like we can take our time with. We don't need to rush that decision. We can say, no, we don't need to be an early adopter of those. Either those are gonna go away and we didn't need to take the risk of our community, the harms that come from these data centers, or if they're gonna stick around, if they're really gonna be a part of our country and our fabric, let's be an adopter of like wave 3 or 4, where the kinks have been worked out. We've not taken on the risks that there are to the people, to the environment, the long-term damages that could happen. So I really wanna encourage y'all, ask y'all to support the moratorium, and let's really take the time to make a wise decision about what data centers, if they're going to be in our community, what they look like. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next, I have Rachel Gapper. Welcome, you have 3 minutes.
So I am an entrepreneur here in Durham. I've been here for 20 years in May, and I'm also here as a supporter of Southerners on New Ground and the many organizations that are supporting a moratorium. And to be clear, what we're asking for is a minimum of a 2-year, 24-month minimum moratorium that includes the city, the county, as well as the RTP area. And the reasons for this have already been pretty clearly stated. The impacts outweigh the benefits. It is a land grab of catastrophic proportions. It throws our water system in jeopardy and threatens depletion. It does not promote job growth, despite what developers and their lawyers are saying. And also, in the root system, as I'm listening to everybody sharing today, and I'm hearing the treatment of unhoused people, I'm thinking of overdevelopment in our community that is threatening to erase communities of color and displace them. At the root is, who do you serve? It's not the developers, it's not their lawyers, it's us. And the community has a right to understand fully, which the moratorium would help with, the impacts of this AI center, which not only do we not want, we don't need it. There are plenty of ways to shore up the infrastructure without these really destructive AI centers. So the other thing that I wanted to say is that the Durham creeks and streams that drain into the Piedmont region's most critical watersheds, which was shared earlier, that were already facing drought conditions, they provide drinking water to 1.5 million people. And that's a whole lot of folks whose drinking water could be impacted by these AI centers. The other thing is that the land that is used for AI centers, it affects biodiversity, and when those AI centers are done, that land cannot be reclaimed in any kind of recognizable, timely manner. So there are just so many things that we need to consider. And that includes, by the way, that moratorium gives everyone an opportunity to be transparent about these AI centers and what's actually going on, and to ensure that taxpayer dollars do not foot the bill for this catastrophic decision, and that our utility bills don't keep going up, both of which are really something to consider. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And last, I have Itifu Jagan. You're going to have to help me out with that one. I was trying before we started.
It's like the fourth time.
I know.
Efyo Tujagun, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't really like getting up here, but yesterday I saw videos of people from an encampment being rounded up and restrained like cattle. And it resonated with me because I used to work down the street at a shelter. I won't say their name. I'm not here on their behalf. But while I was working there, I saw people being dumped like trash. And just seeing that again, you know, it's a reminder of how people are treated when they don't have the proper connections, when they don't have, you know, money. And a story that sticks with me is there was a man. He was an elderly person. He couldn't really talk. I think he had like, you know, mental health issues. He couldn't really hold a conversation. Somehow he made it to a hospital. And a few days later, he appeared. DPD pulled up with him in their back seat. And, you know, they just threw him out, not threw him, but they just placed him in the parking lot with nothing, no resources, nothing. And they told one of my coworkers that, you know, he asked to be dropped off there. He can't talk, he can't have a conversation. If I was talking to you like this and he was sitting there, he would be talking, but he wouldn't be talking about like anything related. So he couldn't have requested for that. And so we also saw that often from the Department of Adult Corrections. People would come, they got released from jail, they have nothing in their pockets. Can I have a toothbrush? Can I have a razor? Can I have soap? They had nothing. And that happened day after day. And so the mayor said during his State of the City that, you know, we have an obligation to provide homeless services, and homeless people should accept our services. And I won't get into it, but there are a lot of reasons why people don't want to stay in the shelter. And that's no shade to the people that work there. They don't get paid enough, to be honest, but there are a lot of reasons why those services are not accessible to people. And I would encourage you to speak to people, go down to the library, speak to the people that are sitting on the benches there. You know, they have reasons why they can't access housing. And so I just want some clarity. Who is ordering these encampments to be cleared? What are we doing with people after we clear these areas? Are we, you know, dumping them in a random area? Are we actually helping them? And there's just no clarity. And so I just really wonder what our strategy is going forward. And I don't think we can keep arresting people, throwing people in jail, shifting the problem to other parts of Durham. That is not a sustainable strategy. And I just want to say that I don't know if you know what it looks like when you tell someone that there's a waiting list for the shelter and they realize that they're going to sleep on the street and the light goes out of their eyes. So I just want to, you know, please think about what we're doing. Who is ordering this stuff? Why do we live in a city with $1.5 million townhouses and people are living on the street?
Thank you.
So thank you.
We won't do that. You're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. All right. Before we get going, I am going to request. Let's make sure this all. All right. You, in regards to actually the comment that you just heard, thank you for showing up to speak on that. I've been, of course, notified as, you know, our government is very hard to understand. So when I started getting messages of, Leo, this is not right. How dare you? Why did you order the police to come down here? Why did you do this tonight? And I'm like, what are people talking about? You know, again, this is a Dillon Rule state, so I'm not an executive mayor, which means I'm not sitting in an office calling the chief of police or superintendent of public safety and saying, hey, go do this, go do that. I usually find out when you guys find out. But at the end of the day, that's the second time you're out of order. And this is me this time, not the manager. So usually we find out when the public finds out what's happening. With that being said, I am going to ask Mr. Manager to, if you will, give us some insight on, yeah, and I know that you're still working with the police department to find out what was going on the Holloway Street, Austin Avenue, Long Meadow, I believe, area. And then I'll address a few comments after that. Specifically, I know you need a question. What was happening?
I received several texts from a number of council members yesterday with questions about enforcement activity that was taking place in Long Meadow Park. Received a question as to whether or not there had been a direction or a decision to clear an encampment in Long Meadow Park. The answer to that question is no. There is still an encampment in Long Meadow Park that was not cleared. When I inquired of the police department what activity was going on in Long Meadow Park, I received a response that Durham Police were conducting a violent crime initiative focused on known gun and drug offenders. They had search warrants that they had sought, and the search warrants directed them to a location in Long Meadow Park. They served the search warrants in Long Meadow Park where several individuals were arrested on both narcotics charges and on firearms, illegal firearms in the encampment. The investigation is ongoing, but there was no one taken into custody for anything other than narcotics or gun charges. There was no direction to trespass or close the encampment, and those are the answers I provided to council members yesterday, so I'm happy to repeat that information here. I don't have additional information beyond that, but if that addresses your question, Mayor, that's the information I provided to several of you yesterday.
Thank you. So as I stated, and colleagues, correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm stepping out of line speaking for you, but I believe homelessness is one of the most important things we're trying to address on this council and in this community. In addition to that, we do have a framework that we are now starting to raise money to address the homeless situation in our city. And in addition to that, even the unhoused deserve to be safe. And this is a very complicated matter, but it's also not a matter that's unique to Durham. So I'm not going to pretend that this city has a magic wand and that we're going to just be able to solve this overnight. But what I can say is we're about to be doing a lot more than most. And it is one of the things that is top of mind, in addition to youth violence in our community. But a drug bust or weapons bust, whatever you want to call it, is very different than an encampment clearing. We realize that we have a capacity issue in this community. We realize that. And we are hearing it from both sides. We're hearing neighbors say, look, my kid can't go to the park. We feel unsafe. You know, my house is almost set on fire because of a fire in an encampment. Or, you know, we are walking past the park and there are needles everywhere. There's defecation or people having sex publicly. And then we also hear, you know, where are they going to go? You know, and to anyone that pretends that this council is heartless to that reality and the complexity of that is just wrong. You know, so we're going to continue to work toward, you know, trying to address this as much as possible. We're going to continue to support staff. I think this is one of the things where council is more actively involved than we have before in regards to trying to raise money to support this plan and bring our partners together. And it is very difficult. And it's really hard to sleep at night. So through all of the work that we're trying to do and all the work that staff is doing, you know, we're going to continue to try to support that and move as aggressive as we possibly can. But, you know, yeah, go ahead.
And I just wanted to add a clarify. I believe that is private property. It's not owned by the city. It's property that's adjacent to Long Meadow Park. So that's why they had to get the search warrant for it, because it isn't owned. It's like, because the park is currently fenced off right now. So that's what I was told, was that.
I can verify. I did not get that information from the police department, but I don't have anything that refutes that. So I'm happy to verify that. But that very likely could be true. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Manager. There was a lot of attention toward that, and it happened really quick. And I know they were doing their job, and it just kind of threw me off as well, and I didn't know what was going on. So thanks for addressing that. Okay. First up, we're going to go ahead and suspend the rules for items number 6 and 7. So first, I need to entertain a motion to suspend the rules to vote on items numbers 6 and 7.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. And first, I'll address item number 6.
Mr. Mayor, can you call the vote?
Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor for suspending the rules? Aye. All opposed? All right. We are now, rules are suspended, and we can now take an actual vote. So I'll entertain a motion to authorize the city manager to execute a contract with TransSource Incorporated of Kernersville, North Carolina, for the purchase of 5 tandem axle dump trucks for a total amount of $1,467,751.75.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor? Aye. Aye. All opposed? All right. And for item number 7, I'll entertain a motion to authorize the city manager to execute a contract with TransSource Incorporated of Kernersville, North Carolina, for the purchase of 5 tandem axle dump trucks for the total amount of $1,270,368,000.
So moved.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Thank you so much. I would ask you to please keep your comments low or at a minimum to where it's not disrupting You're out of order, Ms. Wallace. You're out of order. Please get out. Please remove her from the chambers. All right, thank you, colleagues. Back up to item number 2. All right, Children's Wealth Building Resolution.
I think we both pulled it. I do have
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
question, which is about where the money is held for these. And I know that you're sort of the proxy, so I don't know if you have the answer to this question. Nope.
I did, because that was a question I had as well, and now I'm trying to remember
Okay.
what was actually said. And yeah, give me a moment to think on that.
Okay, and then the other thing was, and I think Mayor Pro Tem and I pulled for the same reason, I've sent some edits to Councilmember Rist for this. I think that he's accepted some of them, others that he has not accepted. So I would like to put it on GBA. And I can just state that I'm curious about the answer to that question. And then the other piece was that I had asked for one of the whereas clauses to be removed, which is about, sorry, let me pull it back up. When I get it accurate. The clause that I had asked to be removed was about the success and peer-reviewed nature of baby bonds. I know that there has been some success, and I also know that there have been lots of academic critiques of them as well. I don't really need to debate any of it behind, but my request was that we just remove that clause so that it's not a statement that's coming from the city, since I don't feel like I'm an academic expert on that, but I know that there has been some question about efficacy in some of those spaces. But if we have answer to a question about where the money is held, and otherwise, I'm happy to move that to GBA.
If you could just notate those 2 points. I'm going to get the answer to the question about where the money is held. Because it does depend, actually, because we're trying to do it as a public-private approach, which means we would be working with our local CDFIs. But then the actual main accounts I think that's already established. I need to find out exactly what that is. But I'll do some research while we're here. But I think I support going to GBA as well. You had a question?
Yeah, mine's the same for 2 and 3, since we have 3 resolutions, if we should just put all 3 of them on GBA, and then that way, yeah, that was it.
Okay with that.
That way, if there's folks, they're not pulling it, it's already on GBA if they show up to speak on it.
Yeah. And I know for yours, for number 4, I would like to extend it a little further than 32 months. But we can talk about that, I guess, at that point. But we'll get to that in a moment. So number 2 is on GBA. Number 3.
The same, just,
Same.
yep. I wanted to
you wanna
just.
comment on it?
Yep, go ahead. That's all. I just thought we've been doing a lot of our resolutions on GBA, and so I thought it was a good move, generally speaking.
Yeah, I agree with the Mayor Pro Tem. Because Councilmember Rist is not here, and he stated he wasn't going to be here. But I think that the final paragraph is very long and takes on its own kind of story there. I think I would just pull out, and I will probably direct this question to Councilmember Rist, unless we can get some answers here. The portion that says that the city manager is to direct city staff to support efforts on the part of community partners to ensure that these messages are clear and frequent. I think I will probably ask Councilmember Rist, unless staff have anything to say, what exactly that means. Like, what kind of direction is city staff getting? Is it clear to city staff, like, what direction is is being provided here, and then kind of like how broad and flexible is that? So I can take that up with Councilmember Rist.
Yeah, just so one thing, and just part of the language here, these are called Trump accounts. They were initially Biden accounts, and before that, they were just the 529 or whatever A accounts. The name changes based on the administration, but ultimately it's the Invest America accounts. So some language there that I'm going to suggest changing. Also, just for the sake of, just for the sake of, just encouraging everyone to take part in it. Ultimately, this is a really good thing. It's going to be a lot of private philanthropy in it. To your question, there's going to be a lot of folks that are going to be privately supporting this as well. A lot of parents, I think over 5,000 children have already signed up in Durham privately. And so this is basically like stating publicly that, the city would be supportive of it, whereas multiple other entities and agencies are going to, be promoting it as well. But it does feel a little awkward that the city of Durham is, I don't want to get political in a formal setting, but you know what I'm getting at. But ultimately, the spirit of it is basically, can we support pushing this out to the community on an awareness campaign, basically?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that. Yeah, I have a 9-month-old, and when we filed our taxes, we signed up for the $1,000. I've done a little research that you shouldn't add much more money into that. You should actually just add money into a 529 account, which is separate. But yeah, I mean, if this is about using the city's channels to encourage people to sign up to get their $1,000 for a child, I think,
ultimately, that's what it is.
Okay.
How we message it and how we market it, I think that's going to take some massaging.
Yeah. I think we can talk to Councilmember Rist about massaging some of this language. Yeah.
Thank you all. That was item number 2. I feel like we addressed many more, but that was item number 2. And it's on GBA. Item number 3. Same with GBA. Okay. And Councilmember Baker, I will shoot my notes over to you about the data center. Just for what it's worth, I am working with a few tech companies and AI organizations on shaping public policy on how right now there isn't any language on how we should be working together. And when we're dealing with the housing crunch, I too think it's a giant land grab. It doesn't provide many jobs. It pulls from our resources pretty extensively. I'm grateful to the mayor of Boone for leading this up. It's definitely in our channels. No.
The endangered species? Are you talking about the endangered species? You're talking about
I'm actually talking about data centers right now.
Okay.
There are several mayors across the country, and especially those of us that are in urban centers. You choose a housing or data centers, and let it be known, Durham has the largest data center in the world for Dell Technologies right here. It was established years ago. And it takes up a lot of acreage, and it looks like a regular office building. It doesn't provide many jobs. It is a great resource to have at that time, but you don't want these popping up in an urban center, just land grabbing. And I think that there needs to be more language, more discussion around public policy on how they integrate into communities and how we can get creative and how they could contribute to another community, but not one like this one. So I thank you for bringing this forward. I am an avid supporter of it. So much that I want to lean into it and help shape policy around it. All right. That was number 4. 6 and 7 has been addressed. So we're at 13, 14, and 15. We voted on 6, yeah. All right. Did I just unofficially address number 4? Sorry.
I guess so.
Good afternoon, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. Sean Egan, Transportation Department.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up. Can you just talk a little bit about what these pedestrian crossings are going to look like? And like maybe for example here, one of them is at Guest Road in West Ellerby Creek Trail where a bicyclist was killed a couple years ago. Can you just give us, because there are already buttons that emit flashing signals. So what kind of difference is there going to be?
So what this project is focused on is the pedestrian signal, the walk, don't walk. So the green person shaped and then a red hand that says don't walk. So at Guest and Ellerby Creek, we have a hawk signal that flashes and then turns a solid red to indicate when someone is crossing Guest Road there. So this would be, in addition to that, it would provide clear information to anyone walking across of when it was safe to walk, but also not just visually, but with an audible connection as well. So it announces that, just like here at City Hall Plaza, that it's the light is green to cross Mangum Street. It'll announce that to you so that it addresses the needs of people of all different abilities.
Okay, cool. So it's more addressing the actual pedestrian that is approaching the street. Correct. And when is it going to be is it paired with infrastructure changes, like any bulb outs or anything like that?
So we have a study underway right now to look at the roadway design at that location at Guest Road at the Ellerby Creek crossing there. So we're going to be bringing forward a set of recommendations on the roadway design and how to make that crossing safer, particularly in light of the fatality there.
Okay, thank you. And then the other question that I had was, how do we determine whether there should be a button at all, or we should just say pedestrians will always be able to cross when the light turns red? You know, some people call them beg buttons, and they are kind of these, you know, in trying to transition from a city that's car-centric to one that is more indicating that pedestrians are equal to cars. You know, that may not be appropriate everywhere immediately, but sort of transitioning in that direction. How do we determine where we're going to put buttons versus just say, you know, the pedestrian light is going to show up?
Where there is a crosswalk, where we've determined that there is a safe crossing at that leg of the intersection. Some intersections, that's all four legs of the intersection. At other intersections, because of conflicting movements and risks. But where there's a crosswalk and a traffic signal, we're working to have every single one of those crosswalks have an audible pedestrian signal, accessible pedestrian signal at that, so that there's clear information provided to pedestrians. One of the big advantages that we have of adding these pedestrian signals is what we call a leading pedestrian interval. So if you're at the street and the light is red for the motorist and you have the red hand, when the signal's getting ready to change, the pedestrian signal will turn green for about 5 seconds before the traffic signal for motorists turns green. And so what that allows is for the pedestrian to get out into the crosswalk and start, so they get a head start ahead of the motorists at that. So that's one of the biggest advantages that we have that makes those crossings safer and more friendly for people walking, is that leading pedestrian interval. Because once the cars start making that turning movement, it can be impossible to safely cross. So that leading pedestrian interval, but you have to have that pedestrian signal there to be able to show that leading pedestrian interval.
That's great. Thank you. I guess to rephrase, and I appreciate that answer, are all of these going to have buttons, or will some of them just automatically have the pedestrian signal show up?
So they will be equipped with buttons, but We also program the pedestrian signal to be green for pedestrians on every cycle, so that there's always green time. Whether you press the button or not, there will always be green time for pedestrians to safely cross.
Okay, so like you push the button, you get more time?
I think it's, in some cases. It depends on the signal timing, but the button, and then the button also has a touch sensitivity too, as an ADA function, so that folks can know when to expect the crossing. So it serves multiple purposes.
Okay, thank you. One final question, sorry. Anything in the foreseeable future about this being for bikes, having bike lights?
We're looking at bicycle signals right now that are specific for bicycles. We've seen them in other cities. We have, for example, a transit-only signal at NC 55 and Odyssey. If you're coming northbound on NC 55, you'll see that the bus pulls off, and there's a special signal that's just for the bus. It gives the bus a green light before the other lanes, so the bus can serve that stop. The bus gets a green while all the motorists have a red, which then allows the bus to pull out ahead and then merge into the same travel lane. Otherwise, if they're all green at the same time, no one will ever let that bus in. And a 40-foot bus, it can be tough to squeeze in. So we already have that installed as part of our transit signal priority program, but we're looking at opportunities for bicycle signals, traffic signals as well.
Thank you so much.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, just while we're talking about safety here, typically I would come before council in a coat and tie, but I'm wearing an orange shirt today. This is Roadway Work Zone Safety Awareness Week. So every day across the country, 2 people are killed in roadway work zones. And we're trying to bring attention to that. We have our crews, our staff from the Transportation Sign and Signal Shop, from Environmental and Street Services, from Water Management, our partners at the North Carolina Department of Transportation. Our folks are out in those work zones and putting themselves at risk on a daily basis. And so I want to just take this opportunity to ask folks who are approaching a work zone to slow down and proceed with caution. We want everyone in that work zone to make it home safely to their family tonight.
Thank you. Was that all of them?
There was 14.
And 15?
Moving on to the next. Thank you. I don't know if everyone had a chance to look at the report. The report is amazing. The numbers are incredible. I mean, our comparison to our peers, I did screenshot some of these and send them over to colleagues in adjacent municipalities.
Shameless
I don't do that kind of thing
bragging.
very often, but I mean, it is pretty, I mean, we need to celebrate some of these successes. And yeah, if you haven't had a chance to look at the report, take a look at it.
If I may, I just want to thank Thomas Johnson and Quentin Martinez, who contributed to this report. In the past, council has gotten a PowerPoint presentation, which was pretty good, but we really wanted this to be something that would be accessible and useful to members of the community so that folks could learn about all the different services that we provide and really get a full and clear picture of what we're doing to improve mobility across Durham. But yeah, Quentin Martinez in particular was the driving force behind this, and I really want to appreciate him.
Yeah, thank you, Quentin. Yeah, so I think, we're looking at our peers. We're all kind of sprawling cities. I think it shows how much is being done with so few resources, but we need to really make sure that the successes continue and that adequate resources are provided so that you all can continue to do that work. Stepping back and looking at the big picture, it's still really hard to get places by bus. It's not comparable to driving somewhere in terms of speed and access. And We just need to always hold that close and try and move our city toward one where one day it will take the same amount of time to get somewhere using the bus as it takes to drive. And so I think that's one thing that I think we need to continue to work on. And part of that is transit planning, and part of that is planning for transit and the land uses that and urban design that supports or does not support transit. I did have one little question because I'm hyping the numbers. The preventative maintenance, and I'm just curious, this is a kind of smaller item that's within the report.
It's an important item.
Completed on time, 2023, 100%, 2024, 100%, 2025, 73%. I'm just curious, is that like a stats quirk? Is that something that is showing us a trend and something that we need to take a look at?
It is showing that we had a significant problem with maintenance during 2025. So we had scheduled maintenance that was not getting performed on time by our contractor, and that resulted in a significant number of missed trips where the buses, because they weren't properly maintained, were either breaking down or were not available for service at the start of the day. And that had a huge impact on our riders. I was at an event where we take questions from riders every other month at Durham Station. And in June of 2025, I got a lot of questions from riders about what is going on with the system. So we worked with our contractor. We had put them on notice that there were some very concerning trends that we were seeing. Those trends started to really result in missed service and a real degradation in our service quality and reliability. We've emphasized repeatedly with the contractor that our contract is about performance and accountability. And as a result, the contractor made some significant changes, and several of the senior personnel who were part of that contract are no longer part of that contract. And so we've just brought in a new general manager, Ashley Cole, who's getting started. She was here in our offices upstairs. And we're also recruiting for a new maintenance director. And we've seen a significant improvement in maintenance, but we've got to make sure that we have the right folks and that they are approaching this with the vigilance and attention to detail that is required, so that we should never be below 100% on preventive maintenance. And so we've made it very clear to them that that's unacceptable, and that some significant changes needed to be made and were made.
Thank you for that, and thank you for taking that decisive action. I think that's important. Was there anything to do with the type of vehicle, like electric vehicle versus diesel?
I think certainly the age of our fleet. We have an average fleet age that's very high for our industry peers. So the age of the fleet, I think, was a significant factor in that, but it really was, I think, primarily a management issue. That the age of the fleet should not have been a surprise to anyone. When they bid on the contract, we told them exactly what the fleet would be. So it really was making sure that we have the right personnel, the right supervision, the right management and leadership to get the results that our riders and our community deserve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I don't know, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, since we're on it, I just want to talk about transit in general. Hi, Director Egan. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I think it's important. I don't know if Joint City County, when it's in the county's building, is recorded. Does anyone know that?
I was told that there were some audio issues with the recording, so it was
Okay.
recorded, but the audio
Isn't
was
great.
not functional.
Okay, that's all right, because we had a really important conversation at the last Joint City County meeting that colleagues really should be aware of around transit and our issues. And so happy, since there isn't that, that would have been the most straightforward way to get that information, was that there was a very constructive conversation that happened at that meeting. I think there was some good working between the city and the county to figure out our budget shortfall in our transit fund. So happy to have follow-up conversations with colleagues, since I'm both the chair of the TPO and on Joint City County. I felt good about that, but we will hear from staff soon on where we land. But there is some appetite at the county level to help us at least close part of the shortfall, if not all of it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Last item, number 15.
Good afternoon again, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. Don Greeley, Water Management.
Thank you. I think I'm the person again. Just one question. I was just curious what, and I didn't see it in the memo, maybe it was in there, what is behind needing to move the money from the fund balance?
The department's operating costs it will be a shortfall. So this is to balance out move money out of the fund balance into the department's operating budget to be able to have the department have enough resources, financial resources, to finish out the fiscal year.
Okay, just general. There wasn't any specific reason. It was just kind of general.
A couple different things. Of course, cost of everything is going up. Over the last several years, our department budget is made up of personnel costs, operating costs, and capital costs. The department has carried, unfortunately, a larger number of vacancies. And with working with the budget office, part of those lap salary money is used to calculate how much the budget is for the coming fiscal year. And the good news is we're filled a lot of vacancies, reduced our vacancy in half over the last couple of years. But what was counted on to cover the operating costs of the budget were those lap salaries, but now we don't have as much lap salary money. So, and some of that is projection. So sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. So, it's basically those two things kind of happening together.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I have.
I'll just add some explanatory comments, exactly as Don said, but it's important as we head into our budget adoption discussions over the next couple of months. It's a regular business practice in budget management services to not fund positions at 100%, but rather to use a calculation that actually reflects what our historical trends have been, that benefits the council in that it frees up money that would just be sitting there for vacant positions and allows us to recommend in the budget other uses for that. However, it does create situations where if we overperform on that number, corrections have to be made like this. In particular, in the water and sewer fund, because we have such a healthy fund balance, this is not really an indication of not performing the budget, but rather just a more conservative way to adopt the budget. But I appreciate the question and just wanted to provide that context.
And I just wanted to thank Christina Reed and her staff for working with us on this item. Thank you.
All right, colleagues, to answer the question from earlier, Madam Attorney just sent an email. We can review that about the accounts. So you can check your email and read through that. I won't go through it right now, but we'll discuss it on the night of. Colleagues, I will not be here the first week of, I'll be here, but will not be able to be at the meeting. And yeah. 4th or the 7th, both.
So you vacation?
I wish I was vacationing. So I don't think we have a quorum. I can't confirm that just yet. I need to make sure Councilmember Riss's schedule is what it is. So I'm going to verify that, and then I may request a special meeting.
But you will need an excused absence for the 4th?
I'll make a motion for you to have great. For him to be excused for the May 4th meeting.
Council meeting.
He already got an excused absence. No, this is for Mayor Williams. He already got an excused absence for the work session, so this is for the meeting.
And
There's a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you.
don't be surprised if I show up. Just so you guys know, there are a lot of things happening where Durham is hosting, and I'll be on a few stages representing us. But City Vision, New Deal Leaders, Hunt Institute, and I think there's one more, but all are coming down to the Triangle, and Mayor Cowell of Raleigh and I are co-hosting all of these events. So don't be surprised. I may be able to get back over here from Raleigh in time, but the first week of May is going to be really, really interesting. But thanks for excusing me on that. All right. Well, yeah, that's the agenda. So
Do we need to talk about work session, or is that?
yeah, I'll shoot an email and then we'll make a notice publicly. All right, Mr. Manager.
I guess I haven't dealt with this before, so I haven't let you all handle it, but I was curious, like, if he isn't available, what would be the normal approach? And is there something we could talk about what we would do, since we're all here and that isn't usually the case?
So what will happen if he's not available? Then we'll notice that the meeting will be postponed to whatever date we can work out on our calendars, which I would probably try and shoot for before work session. I mean, I'll try to shoot for a date that does work for everyone, so we'll have to work calendars to get that general body meeting in that would address this meeting.
We have that meeting. The May 4th isn't the issue, it's the May 7th
May
work
7th.
session.
Yeah, but so it's sometime then between that date and the next GBA to try and fit it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk those dates or just wait until now?
I'd rather work with our admins, because I know I don't know just yet.
Okay.
But we'll basically work through the clerk's office to notice publicly after we get everyone's schedule figured out. But we'll get it in before then. And what I'll do is declare a special meeting and we'll notice it. All right. Mr. Manager, it's on you.
Thank you, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. I have the following for the settlement agenda, and that is on consent items 1, 5, 8 through 18, and 26. On GBA, I have items 2 and 3, and on GBA public hearings, item 4, 19 through 25.
All right, entertain a motion to settle the agenda.
So moved.
So moved and properly seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, all opposed. Thank you guys for not having a Monday night meeting. This is good. We're adjourned at 2:48.
Would have been my Bill and Orphan stories.
That's what I was thinking.
Can I grab you for a couple